Welcome to Reloading from the Hot Pot. Here, I like to do good gun, gear, and accessory reviews, plus share a little bit about my life. If you're not subscribed, please consider giving a subscribe below, turn the bell notification on, always give a like, and please share. Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reload from the Hot Pot. Hey, today I got something to share with you from Zulisy. Zulisy Optics was kind enough to send out another pistol optic for the channel for review and testing. This is the oak green version with RMR footprint. I'll tell you what, Zulisy Optics really does want you to understand how to mount and zero in a red dot, because on the outside of their box they have how to do this, how to turn your windage, how to turn your elevation. On this side, they explain how to function it. So if you would, for any reason, lose the manual to this, if you've got the box, you've got a second reference. So let's open this box up and see what all it comes with. In speaking with my rep at Zulisy, I explained that I have a lot of red dots, but not green dots, and I don't see many green dots really out there being used, and I don't understand why, because they're absolutely fabulous. First in the box, we have a how to zero card. This says from 5-yard zero, 10-yard zero, and 25-yard zero. And 25-yard zero is preferred for all of the below yardages, believe it or not. Yes. And they give you a little card. They do some explaining on the back of it. Very nice, man. They really do care. Here, again, it shows you about the windage and elevation. Nothing on the back side, just that front. Next, we have the manual, which we'll go over this. We have a cleaning cloth, pretty standard in that. Here, we got that cute little screwdriver again. That thing is just, I love it, I love it, I love it, love it. I can't help myself. And they do give you plenty of screws. Now, the screws may not be in it that you need for your specific optic mount, but they do provide you with a few to get you started. And this is also pretty much the most screws I've seen with an optic is Zulisy. They do send you quite the batch. And in here they do provide you with a star wrench and a little flat blade screwdriver type wrench. Next, we're going to get the optic out and look at it. But underneath of the optic, they also include a Picatinny mount. So if you would like to put this on anything, such as a 45-degree offset or something like that, for running on an AR or anything else, you want to run this on a pistol caliber carbine, you want to put this on your high point. Yes, high point pistols actually have pick rails on them you can get for them. So that's a really nice addition. We'll look at the manual before we actually start looking at the optic and spinning around on it. You know, the optics are pretty basic. For the most part, it's just different quality from different manufacturers at different price points, depending on where your budget is and what you're looking for and the purpose you're using it for. But this is the Zulisy Oak Green Dot optic. Open this up here. Explains everything about it. It is a 3 MOA dot sight. Objective lens diameter is 24 millimeter, and that is 24 by 24. Click value is 1 MOA per click. Adjustment range is plus or minus 40 MOA clicks. 10 illumination settings, 8 daytime, 2 night vision. Now with the green dot, I don't find to turn it up all the way. On the brightest, sunniest day, I've only had it up to 6. And going any further than that actually got too bright. This mounting type is RMR SRO footprint, shockproof 1200 Gs, waterproof IPX7. Battery type takes a 1632. Product kit is the reflex sight, wrench, soft cloth, and screws. Now this is a shake awake model, and it does tell you how to turn it on and turn it off. It's basically just a hard press of the button, of the up button, and it automatically turns off. Now the shake awake feature is completely unavailable at that point until you turn it back on. The one I have already, the Owl, has had great battery life so far. I've not had any issues with it. And this says the site will enter standby mode if no movement is detected for 220 seconds on the shake awake mode. Most excellent. It explains some other things about it. Different screws, blue thread locker, explains the elevation and windage adjustments. And it's pretty basic for a manual, but it's also very simple and informative at the same time. I noticed that just like the Zulisy Owl, the actual glass is set back a little bit, so you're not going to smear it if you're using the optic to rack your slide. Nice branding there. Very firm. Almost kind of hard to push, so you are not going to accidentally, hear that? I mean, that takes a little bit to push that in. You're not going to accidentally adjust this on the brightness up or down with just general use of it without intentionally hitting the plus or minus buttons. I've had some feedback from a couple brothers of mine out there that they really weren't interested in a 5 MOA green dot. They were only interested in a 3. Well, this one happens to come in a 3. I don't find the 5 to be a problem. The 5 I don't have to turn up as bright because it just blows the dot out bigger as you turn it up. So keeping it on a medium level is going to extend your battery life and also give you the crispness that you need. The 3 MOA, we will see about that. I don't see a problem with it, but I'm used to seeing the greens in 5, and for the people out there that are absolute about a 3, here you go. The windage and elevation adjustments are clearly marked, and it does have little bitty tiny hash marks in there. On the top side, it does have a built-in rear sight into the optic itself, so you can co-witness. Most stock height sights on pistols, the front sight is tall enough to co-witness with something like this. You may have to add a suppressor height sight depending on your application, but most will accomplish the feat. Now we're going to check and see how the elevation and windage, how is it tactile? Do they have clicks or are they just firm? I can hear little clicks in there. They're very light, but they're there. I can feel them. But they're not very audible. That's pretty nice. And they're also firm too. Here you can see it does have a top mount battery for ease of change of the battery without removing the optic from the slide. Nice modern feature. Here's a really good view of that green dot in the window. I think I've got that turned up on 4 right now. And I am in a brightly lit room. It is a black background though. I thought I'd show that to you. Parallax is pretty good. I think this is going to be a nice dot. I was honestly very impressed with the Zulisy Owl. Now this Zulisy Oak, I'm really excited to put this on something to give this a try. It is a robust optic. It's got nice little features like the buttons. I mean, the buttons, not being able to push them very easily is a very nice feature on an optic for a pistol. You know, you don't want to be bumping it while you're playing around with it. And if you're using this in any type of range situation or say a USPSA, IDPA, or any type of event where you're on the run and gun, you don't want to be pushing your buttons very easily. That's for sure. Trust me, I've turned off dots before, pulled it up onto the next target, and it's gone. And it just happens. But they do have a very low profile. They've got built-in rear sights in there. They've got a really nice crisp dot. Very good optic in there. The emitter. I really couldn't see any problems with this. It has all the modern features with the shake awake, the top load battery, and they're moderately priced, which is a really good thing. And just saying, Hot Pot 20 may just get you something. It might be worth trying. Give it a shot. I really want to thank Zulisy Optics for sending this out to the channel for testing and review. I am really excited to put this onto something, and I have something to put it on. I actually got in an optic mount plate for a pistol that does not have a milled and drilled slide. So I picked up an optics mount plate. So in the next video, I will show you what I mounted it to, and we'll take it to the range and go through some paces with it. We'll see how it does inside and hopefully outside if the weather gets any better this next weekend, which it is supposed to. So maybe I'll get to hit the range for Christmas. What do you say? All right, my pupils, thank you very much for watching. As always, I greatly appreciate you, and always remember to keep blowing that smoke. Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we got something in from